India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the School of Ultimate Leadership or SOUL Leadership Conclave 2025, the first of the edition in New Delhi on Friday. The two-day SOUL Leadership Conclave will serve as a premier platform where leaders from diverse domains like politics, sports, arts and media, the spiritual world, public policy, business and the social sector will share their inspiring life journeys and discuss aspects relating to leadership. Addressing the conclave, Prime Minister stated that SOUL will develop critical thinking, risk-taking, solution-driven mindsets in these individuals. He expressed confidence that the institution will produce leaders who are prepared to work against disruptive changes.
आने वाले समय में लीडरशिप सिर्फ पावर तक सीमित नहीं होगी। लीडरशिप के रोल्स में वही होगा जो इनोवेशन और इम्पैक्ट की कैपेबिलिटीज हो। देश के इंडिविजुअल्स को इस नीड के हिसाब से इमर्ज होना पड़ेगा। सॉल इन इंडिविजुअल्स में क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, रिस्क टेकिंग और सॉल्यूशन ड्रिवन माइंडसेट डेवलप करने वाला इंस्टीट्यूशन होगा। आने वाले समय में इस संस्थान से ऐसे लीडर्स निकलेंगे जो डिसरप्टिव चेंजेस के बीच काम करने को तैयार होंगे।
Prime Minister also said the institution will play a pivotal role in India's journey towards a developed nation and that it will have leaders with capabilities for innovation and impact.
The School of Ultimate Leadership की स्थापना विकसित भारत की विकास यात्रा में एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण और बहुत बड़ा कदम है। इस संस्थान के नाम में ही सॉल है ऐसा नहीं है। ये भारत की सोशल लाइफ की सॉल बनने वाला है और हम लोग जिससे भली भांति परिचित है, बार बार सुनने को मिलता है, आत्मा। अगर इस सॉल को उस भाव से देखें तो ये आत्मा की अनुभूति कराता है।
Alongside, Bhutanese Prime Minister Tshering Tobgay delivered the keynote address as the guest of honor at the conclave. He said Prime Minister Modi has put India on the path of progress in just 10 years with wisdom, courage and compassionate leadership.
यह आदरसारान मौका है, वह इसलिए कि विश्व की महान नेता आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से ही नेतृत्व का पाठ पढ़ूंगा। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, मेरे बड़े भाई, आपने अपनी बुद्धिमानी, साहस और करुणा से भरे नेतृत्व से भारत को केवल 10 ही वर्षों में प्रगति की पथ पर अग्रसर किया है।
And India's Information Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnav attended the SOUL Leadership Conclave in New Delhi. Engaging with the young attendees, Minister Vaishnav encouraged them to stay focused and dedicate their heart and mind to achieving their goals in life.
If we think that we have to achieve this, and if we put a heart, soul, body, mind, everything in it, there's nothing in this world that you cannot achieve. Now, everything you can achieve. And under the toughest of the situations, if you can keep your mind cool, think of what needs to be done, Buddha, what is your next step? Correct? Focus. Starve your distractions. Right? Compassion comes from the heart. If you can just make your mind focused on these items, you will do that only.
And my colleague Dibyendu Mondal joins us from New Delhi with more on this conclave. Dibyendu, give us a sense of the vision of global leadership articulated by Prime Ministers of India and Bhutan at the SOUL Conclave.
Well, Shubhendu, good afternoon. First, I was there at the the first ever conclave of the School of Ultimate Leadership. And, both the Prime Minister of India as well as the Prime Minister of Bhutan graced that occasion where, young students from across India, in fact, young thought leaders from across India had gathered at that event in Bharat Mandapam. And of course, the two visionary leaders who did put out that roadmap of how young minds of India today can shape the future leadership of the country, and how the young minds, preparing the young minds towards leadership would perhaps bring India a step closer to the idea and the vision of Viksit Bharat. And the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi of India, did lay out the roadmap as to how these young talents, these young students could, not just go on to become the leaders of India, but also the leaders of the globe. And also, the Bhutanese Prime Minister, who was also present, did talk about how this institute would also be able to help the students, the young minds of Bhutan, to train them here in India and bring also bring in them the leadership qualities that is required in the country of Bhutan. Also remember, Shubhendu, this institute, which is being today, which was one of the first conclave of the institute, will get ready by 2037. The foundation stone is going to be laid soon in the gift city of Gandhinagar, right outside Ahmedabad in Gujarat. This was the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where he wanted to create an institute which will produce leaders and not management graduates. Is what the people who had thought behind this institute did talk about. And of course, industrialists such as Bharti Mittal, the Jindal Group are also one of the key. In fact, the Torrent Group was also some of the key contributors. In fact, the founding members of this institute, where they will be contributing towards the setting up of this university. In fact, this institute in Gandhinagar, which will go on to create young leadership for India.
Right. Dibyendu, a little more on SOUL, the institution, the plan and the roadmap when it will come into being and will have youngsters transformed into leaders.
This institute will be set up outside the city of Ahmedabad in Gujarat, in Gandhinagar, right near to the gift city. And it is sprawling over 200 acres of campus, which is being designed. In fact, I remember the Prime Minister also saying that he did look at the design, so did we. And how this, in fact, this entire institute is being created as one of the most modern technological marvel as an institute. So, of course, this institute is believed to be functional from 2027 when the construction will be completed. But then, having said this, nonetheless, the founders of this institute do say that they will be carrying out workshops with young minds, with government employees, also with the tier 3 powers of the country, which is the panchayats and the municipal corporation. Train their leaders who can rise up to become who knows, maybe a cabinet minister or a very, very senior minister in the government. So first, this institute aims to and aspires to bring out and churn out the young minds of India, to take them towards the path of leadership, teach them leadership skills, and also help them, work with leaders to give them first-hand knowledge of how leadership and political leadership particularly works in this country.
Dibyendu, thank you for those updates.